Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on good old Satisfactory, ready to continue our game here on the Boosteroid platform. But first, you know what time it is. We gotta talk about Boosteroid. But before you go, there, just as a quick little note, there is a link down in the description below. Should you wish to get a subscription to the Boosteroid service, there's a link that'll help you do that. And if you decide to use that link, I do thank you because you do help out the channel. Anyway, okay, so like I said, yeah, we're going to talk about Boosteroid before we get into the game here. So basically, what is Boosteroid? It is a gaming service, an online gaming service that allows you to play your PC games over the cloud on pretty much any device. This includes mobile devices, this includes smart televisions, and laptops and desktops, depending on what you want. They have support for most devices nowadays, and that allows you to, play those games, those PC games that you own and love without having to own and operate an actual computer. Or you can play it on your own computer if you like. You don't have to have any expensive gaming equipment or anything like that to play these PC games, which is awesome. You just let good old Boosteroid handle the hardware side of things, and you can just enjoy those games and whatnot. Or if you like me, where I still use Boosteroid on my gaming PC, where my gaming PC is old and starting to falter and parse, and stuff like that. I can still play PC games without having to worry about that too much. I can still play my games and whatnot on this computer or a different one if I choose whichever. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And talking about Boosteroid here, we're also going to be talking about some of the features and some of the stuff. Some of the stuff to kind of keep in mind and what to look out for and that kind of stuff, and we'll go through it as we often do. Anyway, like I said, we are going to be using Boosteroid to play this game, which we are right now. As you can see in the top left, we do have the internet kind of live, a little bit of live data there. We've got the bit rate of the stream, we've got the stream's FPS, the decode FPS, and the latency. Latency is not all that much important. Usually when you test your connection, if your latency is like 50, 60, kind of like mine, depending on the server you're connecting to, because you do connect to the closest server to your location, that can vary, as well as it also depends on your internet connection, because internet is very important for cloud gaming. But that latency is not all that important unless you're playing competitive multiplayer games. You might want that latency down a lot further than 50 to 60. You might want that like maybe 15, 20, something to shoot for. But just like I said, just depends on your internet connection and what you're trying to go for. And if you don't play competitive multiplayer games, then you don't have anything to worry about if you're sitting at 50, 60, 70, maybe even 80. When you start getting into the 80s and 90s, though, and on past that, you're going to start noticing some input lag. You might notice some quality drop, that kind of stuff, just a little bit, because it's essentially lagging behind. But yeah, input lag and stuff like that. So, but like I said, internet is very, very important when it comes to cloud gaming in general, not just Boosteroid, but when it comes to cloud gaming in general, because you're not only receiving the stream like you would with any other video. It takes way more internet than that, essentially. But you're also sending information out. So the information that you're sending out to a computer. You're going through a server to a computer, and your inputs are being sent out to a computer that's probably really far away, and depending on where you're at in the world, that's going to a computer that's probably pretty dang far away from you. It's like controlling your buddy's computer, but from your house, and he's like halfway across the planet. Yeah, this technology, cloud gaming, allows you to play those PC games over the internet within a matter of milliseconds. So that latency, those milliseconds, that's the input between, or that's the kind of time between your inputs, basically, and then what you see on the screen. So, and it's pretty dang fast, It's pretty darn crazy, this kind of technology and whatnot. So, and yeah, that's pretty much that. So, like I said, internet is very, very important. So, make sure that you have a decent internet connection. If you are going to be using a mobile device, though, of course, or if you're going to be using any device, Ethernet is the best type of connection. That is the most stable for any given internet. But if you don't have Ethernet available, like with most mobile devices, then you're going to be using either Wi-Fi or through your phone's cell service, using the internet that way, whichever works for you. But you need to, if you are using Wi-Fi, make sure that you're on the 5 gigahertz channel and not the 2.4. 2.4 is not strong enough for a stable internet connection for this type of gaming. So yeah, make sure you're on the 5 gigahertz, because a lot of what do you call it? Routers, Wi-Fi routers. They have 2 bands. They have the 2.4 and the 5. So make sure you're on the 5. But anyway, that's pretty much that. So yeah, like I said, internet, very, very important, especially when it comes to saving your game and stuff like that too. You're gonna need. You don't. Necessarily don't really need a good internet connection for that, but make sure that. Let me just hop into this here. So, like I said, I'm playing the game right now. Hello. We're going to go ahead and hit Control-Alt. This brings up my kind of Boosteroid overlay, which releases my mouse cursor here. But yeah, so we got a few little things on screen. This is the show statistics. The keyboard layout, you can change that. You can also stream with Boosteroid, should you choose. They got the share my stream button down here. But if you're going to end a session with the game, make sure that you go to the game's pause menu, however it saves. If you can save it manually or have an autosave. That way you don't lose progress. Make sure the game saves, and then you're going to, as if you're on a PC, doesn't matter which device you're using, you're going to then exit the game via the desktop, or exit to the main menu and then to the desktop, however the game works, which is going to take you back to where you logged in, either through Steam or through Epic, depending on the application, and then that is going to then upload the save to the cloud, to their cloud servers, either Steam or Epic, whichever service, and then you can you don't lose any progress. And then what you're going to do is you're going to bring up your overlay or whatever, and you're going to hit that little end session button right there, and then you're going to end the session. So that's how you that's one of the main things to close out. That way you don't lose out any progress. But should a catastrophe occur, such as like internet outage or power outage, maybe you lose power, or maybe your phone dies, whatever the case, right? Maybe to where you're not connected to the session that you are currently playing your game on. Boosteroid does have a system to where if that does occur, the session that you are connected to will stay open long enough to either pull your most recent autosave, or it'll pull your most recent save, and upload it to whatever you're playing on, either through Steam or through Epic. It'll upload the game through the cloud. So should a catastrophe occur, where the session completely loses track, it'll give it a fair amount of time before it closes out the session entirely, for you to reconnect. But should that not happen in one of those catastrophe events, then it will take your most recent save and autosave for it. So at the most you might lose however the autosave interval is on that specific game, or whatever the case may be. So yeah, just nice little touch for them to solve issues where you end up in those types of situations, because sometimes they're unavoidable. And before, when Boosteroid first started, you would lose all your save progress from the previous game. So if you weren't ending your session enough to keep the cloud save going, then that was that. But anyway, so that's pretty much that. So like I said, internet is very, very important, and so is those cloud saves. So make sure that cloud saves do get synced before you end your session and stuff like that. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and bring up the overlay again. This released my mouse cursor, like I said, and I'm going to move just to prove to you that I'm not just playing a game with a couple of overlays here. Some like live data overlay or whatever. I'm going to move. So I'm playing within a browser. I'm playing with Firefox 11, basically in full screen mode. So I hit F11, which is funny enough. But yeah, full screen mode, which makes it look like I'm playing within a game, but I'm actually not. I'm playing through a browser. But I've moved my mouse cursor to the top of the screen, and there we go. So we got two different tabs open. We got the game tab here, and full screen hides everything else. So, but yeah, and then I click over here, and now we're over on the main page. We're going to talk about that in a minute as well, but this is the main page of Boosteroid. Should you sign up or sign in, this is what you're going to be greeted with when you create your account and stuff like that. And by the way, creating an account with Boosteroid is completely and 100% free. This allows you to look at their games list. So if you hit library here, this little library tab, once you create your account, I don't even think you need to create an account to do this, but if you do, but yeah, and you can scroll through the games list and check out any game. These are the games in this list are the ones that they support. They don't have every PC game, but they do have a fair amount of them. Pretty damn good amount. They have thousands and thousands of games that you can scroll through. These are all PC games, of course, or most of them are now. They did have a new thing come out, but we'll talk about that in a second as well. So yeah, you can play any of these PC games through any of your devices, and there's no installation required, so you don't have to worry about that. And like I said, it's all done over the internet, so you don't have to worry about any hardware restrictions or software restrictions. You can just straight up play the game either through the browser or through one of Boosteroid's many. They have a few different applications for different devices and stuff like that, should you want to do that. But I'm playing through the browser just because it's easier for me. But yeah, and like I said, create an account is completely free. That way it allows you to look at their games list, and you can scroll forever as well, which is crazy. As well as you can do the internet test. I'm not going to click this because this shows my exact location within the world, so we're not going to do that. But if I click this, if you click this or tap this, whatever, and you do an internet test, it basically tells you your internet connection versus the server. It shows you where you are and your exact server that you're connecting to, and then that server where that server is then connecting where the PC that you're connected to from there. So, but yeah, and it gives you basically a rough estimation of what your internet's going to be, so you can test that. And this basically just allows you to get a good informed buying decision for should you wish to purchase a subscription. So, but yeah, they have tons of PC games and whatnot. So, and you can also add games to your games list. We'll talk about that in a minute too. Actually, we'll talk about that now. This is their most recent thing. The Microsoft Store and the Games Pass are now working hand in hand with Boosteroid as well. So should you have Games Pass, the Microsoft Store, they got Xbox games now with cross-platform and stuff like that. They're still working on it. It's still kind of a newer thing, but they're getting all that worked out as well. With they did a deal with Microsoft and stuff like that. So, but yeah, if you're adding games to your list, there's a few different ways you can add games. So if you click over on My Games, this shows you all the games that you've added to your games list. This way you don't have to search for them each time. You can just go through and search and hover over the one and click the play button. As well. And with this new thing as well, they just added this a few weeks ago. You can connect your Steam account to Boosteroid, and basically what it'll do is it'll look at all the games you own on Steam, and it'll grab all the ones that Boosteroid supports, and it'll put it directly into this games list automatically. That way you don't have to add any games, you don't have to search for them, anything, and you know exactly. You don't have to go, well, I wonder if they support this game. It'll automatically put those games in. So should you have a games list with Steam that you already own, then you can put it in there as well. Alright, so as we're looking at our games list here, there's a few different things to kind of note. So you're going to notice there's these little icons up in the corners. This tells you what type of game it is, either through Steam or Epic. So if it's a Steam game, it has the little Steam logo, and if it's an Epic game, it has the Epic Games logo, which I don't have Epic, so I just have Steam. But and then the ones that say free, or the ones that are free, it does add some of those automatically. But yeah, so that's one thing to take note. And then, as I said, these free games and stuff. So whether it says license required or whether it says free, you still need to own a subscription through Boosteroid in order to play those games. The reason that this is even though the game is free, you're still connecting to their servers, and you're still using their hardware in order to play that game. So that's why. Because there's a lot of people that ask that question. Why should I have to pay Boosteroid or any other gaming service to play those free games? Because you're using their service, the Boosteroid cloud gaming service, in order to play that game. So, yeah, and the same with Satisfactory as well. So you also noticed as well, there was ones that said license required underneath them. The license required ones, basically all that means is that you need to own the game in order to play it. Same reasons there as well, but you get like Satisfactory here. I need to own Satisfactory in order to play it on the service. So that's just a little thing to keep in note. That you do need to own, or you need to own those games that say license required in order to play them on the Boosteroid service. So, and it will be verified when you click the play button over here. So if I go to Satisfactory and I click play, it's then going to have me log into, because this one's a Steam version, it'll have me log into Steam. It'll verify that I have the game, and that's going to launch it if I do, and it'll pull the cloud save and let me continue. So that's pretty much that. The other thing to kind of keep in note, and like I said, is there's two different versions of some games. So we're going to use SnowRunner as an example for a few different things. We're going to type in Snow. So you can also search games up here if you're looking for a specific game. But yeah, we got Steam version and the Epic version. Kind of given, but make sure you click play to the one that you own, because it is going to verify it, of course. So I have a Steam version, I click play. If you click this little plus icon next to any game that you're hovering over, like over here in the library, what this will do is it'll add the game to your library. So that's just a quick little thing. You just hover over it, or however you do it, and just add it. Probably easiest to do that on a PC, because you could just use the mouse, but that's just one thing. And whatnot. So if you do want to purchase a game, if you know the store Fanatical, this is a game key store, you can click on this, and it will they have a nice huge list of games that you can buy through Fanatical. Sometimes Fanatical have deals that Steam and Epic don't, and you can if you choose to do that, you can go and buy games through there. And also they do have a couple of tutorials here on how to activate the game keys on the chosen service, either through Steam or Epic as well. So that's just another thing. So one other thing to keep in mind about games is if you have mods running for any of your games, Boosteroid does not support mods or third-party software. So like Satisfactory in the past, I've had mods on Satisfactory through a program called Satisfactory Mod Manager. With Boosteroid, I'm not allowed to have that because it has to be run through that mod manager. I can't have the third-party software and the mods, so they want you to play the games as intended. There are a few exceptions to the rule, though. Games like SnowRunner, very specifically, they do have a built-in mod manager that's connected through the game, so you can, if you do have mods with SnowRunner, so games like SnowRunner that do have that mod manager built in, you can still have those mods. That's just fine because it's done through the game. The other kind of exception to the rule, I don't know how Epic does it, but Steam has the Steam Workshop, and you can reacquire your mods, or sometimes even Steam automatically re-downloads the mods when you go to play the game. So that's just kind of a little exception to the rule. So because it's done through approved channels, I guess you could say. something like that anyway. The other thing to keep in note, just one quick little thing as well, is when you're looking at some of these games, you may run into this issue. It's very rare, but you may run into this issue. There are going to be games like Dyson Sphere Program that you can see here in yellow. It says local saves. So basically, what does that mean? This means that the cloud saves are not available for this game. This is a fault of the developer of the game, Dyson Sphere Program, the Youthcat Studios. I can't remember, or Gamera Games. The same thing. There's publisher, and then there's the dev. But they do not have cloud saves available for Dyson Sphere Program. So Boosteroid does not have, obviously, cloud saves for Dyson Sphere Program because there's nothing to pull. There's no cloud save to pull from. So if you go to play games like Dyson Sphere Program that says local saves only, or local saves, basically local saves only. This used to be you had to just start a brand new game every time you started a new session. You just lose all your save progress anyway because there's nothing to save to. Boosteroid has included the local saves here. Your progress will be saved on the Boosteroid server, so you won't be able to continue this on your PC or whatever when you go back to it. But using Boosteroid, you can still play those games, or still play those saves that you made with Boosteroid. It will save it locally for you. So you may not be able to play it on your own PC, but you'll at least be able to continue games through Boosteroid on that. So that's why it's highlighted in yellow as well. But the normal, when you do look at games, you see it just says cloud saves. Your progress will be saved on the game's platform server. So that's pretty much that. And that's pretty much the game section that I wanted to talk about. The next section we're going to go ahead and move on to is the help section. So there's a few different ways to get help. If you have questions, if you're questions about games, questions about the service, anything like that, you're having issues with the service, you need some help, things like that. There's all kinds, or you're confused, just whatever. You can bring your concerns to Boosteroid, and there's a few different ways you can do that. So one of the main ways, I would say, and the quickest way probably, is to click this little question mark up here. This is going to go ahead and bring you to their help center. You can either look through the articles here, or you can type in a question up here, or type in some keywords, and it's basically a search, and it might link you to a few different articles you can read, stuff like that. And this might be the quickest way as well. If you do have a subscription to Boosteroid, there is the chat service down here in the bottom right. You can go ahead and click that and follow the on-screen instructions there, and it's basically like calling into a call center. You get connected to a live chat service agent, with the text chat, and you can type to them whatever, and they can even monitor your progress with games. So if you're having specific problems, say I was having problems with Satisfactory here, they can actually monitor me live playing the game, see the issues, and monitor. They have all this, background monitoring. They can see all that, and they might be able to help you with issues through that. So, and don't worry, they're not connecting to your computer. Boosteroid does not have. They don't have connections to your own computer. That's why everything's done over the internet, the cloud saves and all that. So, and that's also why they don't support mods, because they don't have access to your personal files. So it's not like they're connecting to your phone or anything like that. They have the computers where they are, so they're able to monitor those computers and try to solve issues and stuff. And I know because I've had an issue or a few issues in the past, and that was the whole thing there. So anyway, that's pretty much that for the help center and the live chat service, which is pretty cool. They do also have a Discord channel. If you use Discord, you can find the Boosteroid's Discord channel, free to join. You can bring your questions and help there. They do have. Also, you can find other gamers that are using Boosteroid and stuff like that, or just the gamers in general. Maybe you can find some friends, things like that. Or if you're looking for more information on Boosteroid, they have tons of information. They also have videos from their partners like me that use Boosteroid all the time and stuff like that. So yeah, if you're looking for more information, there's informational videos, there's gameplay videos like I do. There's all kinds of stuff there on the Discord channel. So, and even they also run some. Um, they like to do game giveaways every now and again and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Or maybe you'll get like a discount or whatever you might win. Stuff like that. Pretty cool that they like to run that kind of stuff. All right, so now we move on to pricing. So this is pretty much the prices here. This is for subscription. Before we get into that, though, if you happen to have a discount code, a discount coupon code, or a subscription activation code, make sure you enter those down here and click the button next to it, of course. Because the way the discounts work in this one for Boosteroid is you enter the code here first and you click apply, and that will apply the appropriate discount to whatever option it was and the appropriate discount percentage, and then you go and purchase that subscription. That's how those work. So it's not after; it's actually before you put the purchase in. So, but yeah, this is basically just these are the only two options here. This option is not available yet; they're still working on it. But this is your standard option. This is what you get. If you don't know this price right here or this right here, it's in euros, by the way, because they're based out of Ukraine. That's where their main headquarters office is, so they use euros over there. But if you want a more closer to the US dollar price, it's about $10.80 per month. This is a one-time payment per month. As well, and with this you get the basic virtual machine, you get the up to 1080p 60 fps for stream quality as well. So that's just the basic information there. And then when the Ultra comes out, you'll get the high-end virtual machine. That's what VM means, by the way. Ray tracing with the 4K and basically unlimited FPS. So, but that option's not available yet. So they've got a 1 month and a 12-month option. So with the 12-month option, you actually you get a slight kind of discount per month, but you actually pay the one-time payment of the $89.89 there euros per month, which is about 90. I think it's just under $100, about 97 or 98, something like that. Yeah, it's just under $100 for the actual price on that. Which is a 12-month. But if you're just starting out and you're not really sure what to expect, you test your internet, you got some games you want to play, stuff like that, I would recommend, if you're just starting out, to go with a month. So if you end up not liking it, things aren't working out, that kind of thing, it's not a huge loss. In my opinion, that wouldn't be a huge loss, but yeah, I would definitely stick with the 1 month, maybe do a couple of months. And if things continue to work out from there, maybe then go to the 12-month if you like. But yeah, and there is no difference between the 1 month and the 12-month. Both of these are exactly the same, other than one's a month, one's 12-month, of course, at the price. The one thing that Boosteroid offers over their competition is unlimited gameplay time. So you can play your game for 5 minutes or 5 hours. Boosteroid does not care. They will allow you to play that game as long as you don't hit the 10-minute inactivity timer. As long as you're not playing, or as long as you're not sitting here like I am for 10 minutes, you'll get that 10-minute inactivity timer at 8 minutes. It'll give you a warning, and you can either end the session or continue playing. And if nothing happens for the next 2 minutes, the session will be automatically closed. This is so that you're not taking up a slot when you're not playing the game. So, stuff like that. And I get every now and again, I'll get the 10-minute inactivity timer explaining Boosteroid, which is funny. It's fine though. It's a bit jump scary, but yeah. So, but yeah, basically, like I said, that kind of gives them the edge over the competition. A lot of their competition for cloud gaming services is they have like 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, limited game time, and then what you have to do is the session gets closed out. You have to go back and get back in line for the next session, and then you have to do that. However, whatever you pay, the pricing is how many hours or minutes you get, and I think that's kind of ridiculous. So I'm glad Boosteroid does not have a session time limit on that. You can play your games for as long as you want, which I hope they don't ever get rid of, because that's the only edge they truly have over their competition. Because none of the other competition does it, I don't think. Or unless you pay an exorbitant sum to get unlimited game time. But Boosteroid's like, oh, you pay for a month, unlimited game time. Oh, you pay for a year, unlimited game time. You know? We don't care. Play your games as long as you want, which works out perfect for me, being a content creator. I don't have to sit there and worry about, making a video. I end up, spending more hours than you see on screen usually, and that would be kind of annoying if I had to keep ending the session right in the middle of recording. So I'm glad that as well. And then the kind of the final thing that we're going to go ahead and cover is why Boosteroid. Why do you promote Boosteroid, that kind of stuff. So basically, the way it happened. So basically, what happened was, Boosteroid came to me and they said, we got this really cool partnership program. If you want to join it. And basically, all it is you promote our product, and we will promote your YouTube channel. So I was like, oh, that's kind of a really cool deal. And they said, before you answer, basically, here is Boosteroid. Try it out, see if you like it, and then give us an answer from there. So, I got a little bit of time to use Boosteroid, and I was actually kind of impressed. I was like, yeah, this is really cool. I like this type of technology. It's really nice, and I've been with Boosteroid since then. So I'm part of their partnership program. That's why I promote their product. And as I've said many times before, I would not be promoting Boosteroid if I did not, for one, use it myself, which I actually do use it myself because I'm using it right now, especially for the video. And I didn't believe that the product was genuine. So, and that as well, I don't have other options either for promotion, because there's not a whole lot of it's kind of tight in here, huh? There's not a whole lot of companies coming to me for video promotion and stuff like that. I mean, you see my channel numbers, sitting just over 400 subscribers. There's not going to be any other companies that are going to be coming to me and saying, hey, promote our product. So that's definitely not happening. Which I completely understand. They don't want to waste time on me, but Boosteroid decided they wanted to waste time on me. So I'm really happy for that, and thank you, Boosteroid, for allowing me to be a part of the partnership program. And again, as well, I would not be promoting it to you if I didn't believe in Boosteroid. So I'm really glad they came to me and did that, and I've been pretty happy with Boosteroid. I've had some issues, I will admit. I don't hide anything and stuff like that. We have had issues with videos in the past, and I've always showed that to you guys. So it's pretty hard to prove that you're genuine nowadays, and I completely understand it, because there's been a lot of crap being promoted on YouTube that it's just there for the money. And as well, another cool little tidbit for you guys anyway, I don't get paid by Boosteroid. I promote their service and they promote my channel. It's a mutual accepted, agreed upon type of program. They don't pay me any money, so I mean, look at me. I'm using a headset mic with a mouse and keyboard that's years old. Computer's falling apart. Yeah, they definitely don't pay me. It'd be cool if they did, but yeah, I understand that they wouldn't be. There's no reason to do that. So, but yeah, and they tell me all as well. They say, here's some of the talking points. Here's some of the stuff we want you to cover when you're covering Boosteroid. But other than that, you can say pretty much what you want and be honest with people about Boosteroid, and which I really, really like, because that also saves my reputation as well. If I tarnish my reputation, especially now at this stage in the game, I could end up losing my YouTube channel pretty much. So, and no one would want to watch me. No one really does anyway. So I definitely do not want to make it worse. But yeah, that's pretty much that. So, okay. now that we have completely covered Boosteroid, we're going to go ahead and actually get into the gameplay here and continue this game instead of me just walking around and showing you guys all the stuff we have built so far. So anyway, let's get on into it. All right, let's go. Okay, so where were we beforehand? Oh, just one more quick little note too. If you do notice me kind of my movements are kind of slow and stuff like that, it's because I do have a little bit of lag, a little bit latency, so I kind of had to be a little bit more careful with my controls of the game. This is so that I don't accidentally hit Control W and close out the window entirely. I've had it happen many times, so I want to kind of avoid that. So what did we do last time? Last time I think we had finished up the motor factory as well as the rotor factory over here. Yeah, we had finished up the rotor factory, motor factory right up here. So we're making rotors. And in case you haven't been here for a while, we've got the rods being turned, iron being turned into rods, iron being turned directly into screws, because we've got the cast screw recipe right here, going into these big old boxes right here, and then a couple of them going different places. We've got screws going in here, into the rotor box. That's not getting the screws it needs. Why? Because it's being split. Okay. And this requires 200 screws per minute. Well, I might be able to solve this. Because we have enough. I just need to solve this with this, so. Okay. And I also have to be certain controls don't work properly in this game. This game's too complicated for Boosteroid sometimes, so I kind of have to be a little bit careful. There we go. So now the screws should back up. I would hope, anyway. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, that would be why. Okay, I'm an idiot. Hold on. We gotta fix this. My belts only do 270, and I'm trying to do 400 of this. That would be why. Okay. So this belt goes here, just so we could walk underneath it, and then this belt goes here. Okay. So we remove this belt and this lift. And then we do this, do that. Oh, look at that, beautiful. Stuck it right on in. Stick it in there. Just stick it. Okay, so now we're pulling from the bottom belt as well. And we're not going to do this splitter thing here. Of course. Okay. So this needs to go here, and then this needs to go here. Alright. And then we're also going to need... Okay, we need to do something funky right here in order to get this to work. Oh, there we go. Yeah, internet dropped out a little bit. It happens. It happens. Let's see, how are we gonna do this? Right here, maybe? No, that'll stick through the belt. Thinking maybe here. There we go. Okay, and then we need to put this here. So then we could drop it down, so then 4. There we go, just like that. Might actually leave that there. It kind of supports it. I'll just pick it up. It's fine. Okay, and then 3, that goes there. And then this one. Let's see. We are going to need 1, 2. Oh wait, that needs to stay there. Oops. There we go. Okay. Then we do 3. It's a little bit complicated right here. But because of my belt speed, I'm kind of limited. Okay, now is that working? Alright, there we go. And now the belt speed is going to be correct. Okay, we'll refill these machines here with screws. But yeah, now it's going to fill up properly. Okay, we got no more screws on us, right? Yeah, okay, good. So now the rotors are going at the appropriate speed. So basically, to explain what was happening there... Oh, that belt's kind of stuck in there. I could have gotten that a little closer, I suppose. It wouldn't be sticking... we can just leave it for now. The factory is going to get rebuilt eventually anyway, so... So basically, like I said, what was happening is these belts right here, these are Mark III belts. That's the best I can have right now at the moment with our current gameplay progress. And they do 270 units per minute. So they move, so like the screws here, they move 270 screws per minute. And basically, each one of these machines needs 200 screws a minute. So this one, and of course, this one. So the reason that it wasn't working was because my 270, we're out of power. Why are we out of power? Uh-oh. 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 We're out of power. That's not good. We're out of coal? No. We out of water. No? Wait, what happened? Oh, we had a major drop in power production. See, these are all on, right? Uh-oh. Yeah, because of the amount of power usage we're using, the power generators that we have currently are not enough, which is unfortunate. See, this is using, the consumption of water is 45 per minute, 450, because we have 10 of them. Let's see, 45, well, use a calculator here, 45 times 5, that's 225, and my limit is 30, so we're really close to that limit. I was just trying to see if we could overclock a little bit, which doesn't look like we can. Well, not, I mean, we can, but not really. We'd be pushing the pipe to its max if we tried that. So, yeah. Yeah. So what had happened was one of these biomass burners over here had run out of juice. This was supposed to be a temporary power supply. And the coal generators were supposed to take over, but there's not enough coal generators. So that's kind of unfortunate. But at least we have some fuel, so we have some some fuel stored up, and then we can just, fill all these, and that will put everything back to where it was. Yeah. We definitely need to get to oil and stuff like that because this is ridiculous. And I need to go and do a fuel power, a fuel generation power plant in order to supply what we got going on here. Okay, so this one as well, and then this one. It's actually good that we're burning this stuff off. Okay, now we're back up to where we were, and everything's running again. There's just a massive spike in power for me fixing the screw line, so that's kind of what happened there. All right, so what else do we need to do? So we got motors going. Oh, we needed to build the we needed to build the encased industrial beam factory. So there's two different ways we can do that. We can bring the steel beams down here, which we kind of already are. We need to figure out if we need to bring another belt of that down here, or if we got the means to use the same belt. So our maximum belt, like I said, is 270. Look at all the motors we have. Beautiful. And we're also still making automated wiring and everything like that. So basically, once we fill these boxes, that'll be pretty much it. Do we have these 2,500 of these yet? So 51, 52, 53, 54. So 400, 800, not even close. Not even close. We're going to be making those forever. So steel beams needs 30 per minute. Our belt is 270. But how much are we producing is the question. Are we producing 270 on the steel beams? Probably not. Should probably climb this tower. I can get over there a lot faster. No, don't pull out a chainsaw while you're climbing a ladder. That's not safe. Alright, onto the line here. And then we just follow the power lines. I love these new high-strung power lines from Update 8. These things are so awesome, as well as Lumen, by the way. That's why the game looks so dark in some areas and so much brighter in other areas. Maybe not brighter, but darker. And you can see some of these machines actually give off a little bit of light. Maybe not here. You'd have to... pretty hard to show an example of Lumen here. Without the signs, basically. So we could take a belt, drag it over this way. Yeah, see how it gives off a little bit of light on the floor? See those the little white strips? Yeah, that's Lumen. Yeah, and the light's not perfect. Lumen is not fully implemented, or it's not fully finished. Lumen's still kind of in a work in progress, but basically these little light particles from what appear to be light sources in the game will then, appear as actual lights, which is really cool. So you can do all kinds of crazy stuff with Lumen. Eventually we'll get around to that, but okay. How many steel beams are we producing? I want two machines making me steel... No. I want one machine making me steel beams. We got 50 there, or 15 there, and 30 there. We're making exactly 30. Okay, we need to somehow up our steel production, which is not an easy task. Steel beams are so freaking costly, man. Yeah, they are very costly. You can see the lumen right there. You see how it's kind of illuminating light onto that lift there. And you see the lumen kind of working on this a little bit. Lumen's really awesome. Love it. Lumen is my favorite thing in the world. When it comes to video gaming, it's so good. Okay. So, in order to put so these are 60 each, and these are doing 60 right now, which takes 60 and 60. So we need 120 on each one of these belts. But that was when we had Mark II belts. I wonder if we can up these to do Mark III speeds, or at least close to. We'll see if this is a Mark I or a Mark II miner. And if it's a Mark I, we can upgrade it. Yeah, we can upgrade it, I believe, because we do have, if we go over here to production, we can actually up to Mark IIs, which will give us twice the speed, so, essentially. So rather than doing 150, we can do much higher than that, so. We need steel beams in order to upgrade that, right? Yeah, we need steel beams. And we got everything else. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. The coal... We might have to check on the coal. Let's go check on the coal and see No, I don't have any power lines. What I should do is I should get some power lines over there. Let's do that too. I do have, yeah, I have some steel beams on me. If we go over to power, we can afford, yeah, quite a few towers. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we could afford some towers. Let's see. I think we'll just go from that right there. Go across the entire factory with those, and we'll put it right here in this space, because this right here is a road. This is a live road delivering coal. So, and we want to grab that one. Like I said, we'll put it here out of the way. And then we'll hit that. We got the H key going. Turn on my flashlight. It does not want to move the way I want it to move. Dang it, I can't get it to... I have to put down the tower manually. I know I can do this. I just need to... There. Okay, so just like that. So yeah, by putting it down manually without connecting the cables. Hey, nice. Yeah, we can pull power directly across to there. And then we can, if we want, we can connect to here. I think if we connect, is it here? Yeah. And we can just connect to both of these. There we go. Very nice. Okay, so now we need to connect this out here somewhere. We need to find a relatively level place to put it. I'm going to put it on foundations, but yeah, we need to find a relatively level spot. Probably here-ish. And we'll put it like that. And nice. So put this like that, that, and that. Be nice if it had its own foundation, but you know how it goes. Of course, we use the one with the ladder in case we're out here. We can just hop on any one of these towers. I think that's it right there. Perfect. Then we pull from there, which we can't really reach. I love this because look how far these can go. It's pretty crazy. Okay, grab that and connect it to there. Look at that, beautiful. We went from all the way up there down to here with just that. So we'll no longer need to run this mega power line that we got going on over here. We can just have these, which is pretty cool, so I do like it. And then we'll just run this in mainly a straight line. And we won't go to the top of this hill here. We'll go just beyond it. Yeah, just beyond it. Is that roughly where we want it? Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so roughly there. Foundations, they don't have to be perfect. And you don't have to do this either. That's something I tell a lot of people. It's just like, Man, you build this game and stuff like that. You build on this game. It's like this game makes you do so much work just to do simple little tasks. It's like, no, I just make it much harder on myself. You know what I mean? I just make it that much harder on myself by doing. I try to do much. I try to do more than just put down buildings or put down manufacturing. Like all the foundations and stuff I've put down throughout this entire build so far. You don't have to do that. You can literally throw the machines in the sand or on the dirt, whichever biome you're in, because there's a few different biomes in this game. You can throw that all down, and you don't have to use a single foundation. In fact, there's been no foundation challenges on this game to just build on the land. All right, we'll put a tower roughly here, and then the next one will be the next one will be there, connected. There we go. Okay, power. Throw another tower down. And the reason I know which way the towers are, because when you're using the ladder one, if you're looking directly at the ladder on this side, or on this side, like this, full rotation 90 degrees, the prongs of the tower are on your left and right, rather than in front of you and behind you. So if it's like this, it's on your left and right. So yeah, that way you kind of orientate yourself. The other towers are harder to tell because they don't have, they're not exactly asymmetrical like that. So, but yeah. We might have to build a little pad for this, but actually we might not have to. We can do it right here, right next to this. So right there. Perfect. Nice. And now we can get all the way here without having to walk. We can ride the lightning. As AC/DC once foretold, we could ride the lightning. So yeah, these power poles right here, we don't need these power poles anymore. Yep. See, I disconnected all of that from power, and we're still running. I think we're still using Mark 1s, yeah. We're still using Mark 1s. So yeah, we can remove all these poles now, which is nice. Alright then, I do need some power to this right here, because I'm planning on removing, as you can see, I removed all the poles up to this point so far, at least. So yeah, I kind of need a power pole. I was curious if I could put it over the top of the miner. Might be able to, Let's see. That actually looks kind of cool. Might do this in the future. I'll have to move it over slightly. As long as it doesn't clip too much. It looks like it's part of the structure of it. Is it centered? It looks pretty centered to me. I mean, of course, we'll have to put some foundations underneath it, but unless we move it to the right, I suppose. Yeah, let's move it to the, well, the ladder is going to be pretty important, though. We want to make sure not to... That could work. Huh. Oh, the only problem is the rod thing. Move it back one, back another. Yeah, probably there. I want to see this thing, yeah, pull up the rod. It does kind of clip, unless we move it there. It still clips. Okay. It was a cool idea, but I don't... it's not exactly going to work. Yeah, we'll just put it next to it. Like there. And then we'll grab some foundations, of course. I'll just put it roughly. I kind of want to put it on this side. Because it's so steep in here. You have to vertical that. Alright, now we'll grab some power. A little bit of lag happening. I think that's it right there. Yeah, that's it right there. Okay. Now what we do is we pull from here. Oops, wrong one. I want that one. Go to there, and then we'll power it there. We need to make sure we have power to this first, though. I kind of want to connect. I don't want to connect there because that looks ugly. Connecting there could look ugly too. We could, if we rotate it, we could pull off of one of those other towers, or we could go, I guess we could go this way with it. But then that doesn't really go anywhere, does it? Yeah, if we put it to this tower here, that could work. Or put it to one of these towers here. I guess that's the only issue with connecting those, is it does have issues. Like pulling to that tower there. So you can see it looks a little weird. Yeah, I don't like that. Pulling from this tower might look better. Yeah, I suppose. I'll have to do that. There is one other thing we can do, and I have done it. As well. So what we do is we take this tower here, and I can't remember. But you see what I'm trying to do, kind of. Yeah, I can't remember exactly how I did the last one. I think what I did was I had an architecture. I think I had one of these in the middle. Gosh, it has been so dang long since I've done this. I was experimenting one time. Yeah, this is it right here. Okay, so what we do is we figure out the rotation. Is this correct? No, we want to... It's hard to see. Yeah, we do that. Rotate it 90 degrees. And then we get it. We try not to override it. We get it right on level, almost. Hit the H key to lock it in. Yep, that's going the right way. And then we hit control, or hold control, and we slide it into place. Oh no, it's not gonna, it's too low, or it's still too low. So then we just right click, go to place it again. Have to raise it up a little higher. And basically we just keep repeating this process until it lets us place it over. Yeah, like that. So it is a little higher, but at the same time we get this effect, which is essentially a double tower. As you can see, there's a little bit of funkiness happening. just a wee bit of funkiness. But like I said, we get that effect. So in order to connect this to power, we can do one of two ways. We can either connect from here to here, and that will also work. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect from here to here. And now we should have power to this. We can test that by doing this. Yep, we're connected directly. Yep, we're connected with power. Okay, sweet. So then we'll grab that and go there. And that looks much better, I think, anyway, than the other one. Looks like the other cable's higher, which is actually good. Oh yeah, I can delete this too. Yeah, just a nice little trick. I might make that a blueprint, actually. I might make this a blueprint. Yeah, then we can just... down we go! Just make sure you watch that exit right into the road. Don't get hit. Okay, so we'll disconnect this line now. And we'll just go from here to there, I think. Yeah, that'll work. I already got the power pole there. Did I already connect to this pole? I have, okay. So we just go from there to there. Perfect. And now we have power again. Okay, so I guess this episode will just be us placing power poles and upgrading systems because, yeah, like I said, we're kind of low on steel, so we really don't have a choice at this point. So yeah, we're going to need... do we have a bunch of concrete? Well, yeah, we kind of do, actually. And we're also carrying around all that freaking other stuff. But yeah, we can get rid of these poles now. Very nice. I'm gonna go get some more concrete, I think, as I delete these poles. And connected. Nice. Alrighty. So that is now connected full circle as well. I decided to connect it full circle. A little bit weird for this section, but that's just how it goes, I suppose. But yeah, we can go ahead and go up here. Watch our head on the power line. And we can take this. And this goes over to the copper sheet factory. And then using the miner as a kind of intermediary post, we can go from here. We can take that right and go right up here. Nice. Oop. Okay. So that fixes all that issue. So no more power poles over here now. Ow, my knees. No more power poles running across the desert like that. Just these massive mega ones instead, which look much more appropriate. I still like to build my own, but these are pretty damn cool. Mine are bigger though, but mine don't go as far as well, so that it's kind of that. But anyway, we need to upgrade these miners to Mark II. That's what we need to start doing. So we're going to have to hand manufacture some steel beams, as well as some, of course, some other regular miners as well. So very nice. Okay. And I still didn't put that stuff up, dang it. So production, how many miners are we going to be doing? Actually, don't know. And I didn't grab any concrete either. Well, crap. Okay. We can ride this one back home. Kind of. Anyway. Well then, that worked out great, didn't it? I didn't have it ready. That's why that didn't work. Because you magnetize to it. If you can jump, I jumped, but it didn't jump. It lagged slightly. Alright, get up here. I'm hitting the jump key. I don't know why it's not letting me jump. Is there something weird with the tower that's not letting me jump? It could be. Could be because I stacked 2 towers on top of each other. Oh, they're letting me jump. There we go. What the heck? That was weird. Oh well. Well, now we can ride the lightning all the way back to base. From both ends. So, much faster travel across the desert there. But yeah, I gotta get rid of all this fuel. And we'll fly past it, that's okay. Be nice if he just kind of stopped at the end, but that's just how it goes. So in here we need to put all of this, and then grab a stack for our chainsaw for later, just in case we need it. I guess, oh yeah, we need concrete too. This is a mess down here. Okay, now that we have our steel and our concrete, we can come over here and update these miners to be Mark IIs. Do we paint this miner black? I don't remember doing that. Maybe. I guess I did. Yeah, we are doing a Mark I here, which is doing 300. We're gonna upgrade it anyway. So we got 2 miners over here. So what we have to do is we have to put down production, workshop bench, and portable miner. We're gonna need 2 miners. There we go. Because these, instead of 1, it's gonna require 2. So what I like to do is I like to delete the belt that the miner is going to and the actual miner itself. The reason I do this, even though you can upgrade them, it costs more than it needs to. So, because that's just the way it is. Did I put down one of these? I did. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, I didn't make the steel beams. Hold on. I forgot. Okay. So 20 steel beams it is. Alright, I decided to make 100 instead. Alright. Because we're gonna be upgrading other miners, so we might as well have the stuff. Same with these. I only have 3. I thought I had 4. Because we were gonna need... I'll make like 10. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. You'll make like 10. Oh, sorry. Got in your way. And now I've confused the heck out of the freaking tractor. Can you work it out? Maybe? The little tractor that could. Hey, he figured it out. Alright. Sorry, I just thought that was hilarious. The tractors in this game, they can get a little crazy sometimes. Alright, then we'll just put that to there. And then put power to it. Now, again, like I said, the reason I'll show you the difference here. So this costed me 2 of those portable miners, right? And we want this to be, we're going to throw in 1 overclocker to push it to 300 or 360, whichever. Just 1 overclocker is fine. This is more than the belt can handle, but it is what it is. Here, have this coal. And have this coal. And have this coal. There we go. Okay. But yeah, it's it costed me 2 portable miners. Now, if I go over here to upgrade this. So this is a Mark II. Obviously, this one's a Mark I. So logically, when I upgrade this, I only need one portable miner to upgrade this to a Mark II because it costs 2 portable miners here. So I'll get, if I delete this, I get 1 portable miner back, and then I use 2 of them to then build me a new one. Now, if I upgrade it, that should be the same, right? I should only need to use 2, which means I only need 1 portable miner. But you can't do that if you don't have 2 portable miners. And when you upgrade it, it takes your 2 portable miners and gives you 1 back. So you don't lose anything, but at the same time, it's incredibly annoying because you end up with portable miners that you can't use unless you go to make new miners. So that's why it annoys me. So that's why I delete it first. Delete the belt it was connected to, because we're going to need to reconnect it anyway. And then I go to the next type of miner and grab that, and then that, and then that, and then that. Connect it up, and then put the coal in, and then we're going to throw 1 overclocker in it to get it past what our belts can do. Okay, and now it's going. And that's the coal. So the coal's been upgraded. Alright. Jeez. It's a little bit of a mess over here, too. Not really, but it kind of is. But yeah, now the belts will be doing the same amount, just faster. Or, we don't have to worry about that, I guess. Whatever. They'll still be doing the same amount. So that's going to be 270... So we can actually calculate that out. 270, because that's what each belt does. That's 370. 270 times 2. So 540 is our max on the coal output right now. So, and that's what and that's what everything's going to be carrying. So that will work there. Yeah, I think I was going to focus on doing the encased industrial beams today, but looks like we're going to be on an upgrade spree instead. I mean, that's how it goes in Satisfactory, right? You plan for something and then you don't end up doing it. You end up doing something else because you have issues with elsewhere. That's how it goes. There's 2 miners here. We've got a iron mine and a coal mine. Okay, so over here, we're going to do the same process over on this belt. So right now, this miner is on an impure node. Or it's on a normal node, actually. And it's fully overclocked with the Mark I, and it can only do 150. Our belts can do 270. So why are we sticking with that 150? Why don't we take the miner out, take out the lift. Hopefully we should be able to still reconnect that, right? Then grab the Mark II. Do that. And then grab the 4. Yeah, it's like that should still work. And then throw in the iron. Okay, and it is going, so it did reconnect properly. Good. And then, of course, power. And now let's get this. We'll throw in 1 overclocker at a time. Let's get this over 270. So already 1 overclocker versus 3 has gotten us over that 150, which what we were doing. Now we're doing 240. So we still needed 3 overclockers, overclocking cores. Now we're doing 300. So now we're doing more than our belt can handle, which is good. That's what we want, because we need to add more of these. We need to overclock these smelters up here. These are not smelters. Sorry, the foundry. We need to overclock the foundries. Also, I need to finish off what I was doing with this. Let's go ahead and zoop that. Now let's get this foundation finished. That way it looks a little better. Then we go over here. Yeah. We got a floating platform that we never did finish. If this ends up being our steel factory, like our permanent steel factory, then we'll make it look a lot better than this, rather than just a concrete pad out in the middle of the desert like the rest of these are. It's just right now we don't necessarily have the time nor the resources to be doing fancy stuff yet. That'll come probably after we get the trains. The trains kind of dictate a factory. If you're doing train transport, they do dictate a factory and how big the factory is going to be. So that's why I'm kind of not exactly too keen on making factories look particularly good or picking a permanent spot for them or anything else. Is because of that. Because I know if I build the factory too small, and then I go to do trains, I'm going to have to completely rebuild the factory to fit the train. So I'm not going to do that until the trains get here. That's just one of them things. All right, we'll block ourselves in here. We can still get out that way, because this is just part of a road anyway. So. Alright, so we got this miner Mark 1 here, which again is only doing 150. So we're going to once again delete the miner and the belt it was connected to, and then grab miner Mark 2. Stupid creatures are in the way. That was actually kind of weird. You see that? Like, what is that creature doing? Keep walking. Keep walking. Move along. Move along. Okay. And then grab our belt, reconnect it, throw our iron in, throw our overclockers in, because we know we're going to need all three. But yeah, isn't that cool? See, this is what Lumen does, by the way. Look how dark it is in here. It's still not perfectly dark because Lumen's still not perfect, but yeah, it does work. Oh, we're gonna have to go upstairs and connect this. I forgot about that. Okay, I forgot how this connects. This connects to the tower above it. Yeah, it connects to this tower right here. There we go. I forgot that was sticking through the floor. Completely forgot about that section. But now we're doing 300, which is over what our belt can do, so that's perfect. So now we know for a fact that we can do, at the very most, we can do 270 on each of these. So if we actually go up to them now, we've got 60, 120, and then 60, and 240. So we've got 240 there. So we got 2 miners each. We can have 1 iron mine, which is what it's already doing. 1 iron mine serving this side, and 1 iron mine serving that side, which is already set up for the future. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and I'm actually going to make it. What was the max? I can't remember. 112.5. Okay, so then we take our 112.5 times 2, and that's 225. And then for the coal, we take that times 4. Oops, times 4. That's 450. And what was our miners? 270. Our 2 coal miners. 270 times 2, 540. Okay, so we can do that for right now anyway. I don't know if it's going to be sustainable. We might run out of coal at some point because we're also serving the coal generators. But yeah, we can up our coal or up our amount for steel, which is 120 times 2. What I might do is I might just overclock this side, because the pipe's already going pretty good, so... Yeah, let's just overclock this side. Okay. So that's going to be 240. 241? What is that? 112.5 times 2... 225, okay. Yeah, 225. Sweet. And then we'll take that 225. I might make another belt so that I can have 2 belts of steel. I think that'd probably be the best. So we're going to go 5. And do that. And then from there, yeah, we're going to bring another belt back to over there. Because that's where we're going to have our, next to our concrete factory, that's where we're going to have our steel beam, or our encased industrial beam factory for now. Alright, let's do it. And connected. Get the steel beams in play, or get the steel beams going across the belt now. Or another belt of beams, I guess. Ah! Leave me up on the belt. I want to follow them. Let's go. Woohoo! Yep, all the way back. Very nice. Oh, yeah, you keep seeing that pop up. This is because I alt tab, by the way. Just alt tabbing, and that every time I alt tab, it pops up. That's fine though. Yeah. Now we should have enough steel beams for that, which goes all the way back here. I think I'm going to have the encased industrial beams. Maybe not by the concrete. I kind of rearranged this over here. Whoop, a little bit lag there. Here we go with the lag spikes. I tried to get on way earlier today so that I wouldn't have any issues, but because when a whole bunch of people get on the internet service at the same time on a weekend, you tend to have internet drops in my area, so it's just how it goes. But yeah, and we're going to have it over here, I think. I am going to raise this up, so we'll zoop this, kind of like that. And then, like I said, yeah, we can have it over here. And now we're getting all the internet drops. Alright. There's a little bit of sand in here, but it's not too bad. But yeah, we can have it here, like I said. And get the concrete going. Or get those encased industrial beams. Looks like we'll have to work on this later. We had no problems up until now, so yeah, looks like we'll have to work on this a little bit later. Or have to work on this next time. But at least we got the steel beam line completed. So that's less work for next time, as well as we got the power completed. And we got most of the miners upgraded as well. Well, half the miners, I should say. Half the miners are upgraded. And whatnot. We need to upgrade these here now, because we're doing 112, so we're doing twice the amount. Well, we're doing 112, so 112.5. These need 60 each, so they can we can throw in at least one overclocker, I think. 60, 90. We can only do 112.5, so... Oop. So we'll do 110, I think. Hold on. Little trick here. I want to change that number right there, so... There we go. Nice little trick there. For typing in 110 per minute. Oh. That doubles it. Sorry, I wanted to do this. I wanted to change this. Okay. That's 118. Once we figure out what the number is. Oh, that's 94. I needed to let go. Whoops. Okay, so if we make 25... There we go. 100 per minute. So we're making slightly more steel ingots than we are. We could put it up to 112, but I don't want to work out the numbers, so at least gets us up to 25 per minute. Yeah, because we can't do 30, I don't think. Dang it. We do 30? Is that possible? No, that's 120. And that'd be 240, and we can only do... we can only do 112.5. Okay, so we'll just do 25 for now. Oh, keeps moving my cursor. Like, put it there. And we can. Yeah. Okay, 25. It's hard to type in the menu there. Because the way this game works, it relies on you being able to type in stuff, and Boosteroid hates that. Boosteroid cannot handle typing in menus inside of a game. I mean, most games don't require it, so it's kind of a unique issue. Oh, I needed overclockers. Oops. Forgot that. Okay, 25. That's why I didn't stick. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we're producing roughly 24 something steel extra. But yeah, that'll up that to 50. We're doing 50 steel beams per minute now. And then the steel pipe, we're doing 20, 40, 60, 80 steel pipe per minute. It's insane. Okay, so then if we look at the, that's going to be an assembler, so production, assembler. Oops, a player's in the way. Of course they are. All right, and then we do encased industrial beam. The recipe is 24 steel beams per minute. That's the average recipe. So we're doing 25, so we could do two steel beams. I think one, though, we'll probably do, for now anyway. Because we're using 30 per minute and we're making 50 per minute. Is that right? Hold on, let me select the recipe for versatile framework. Okay, so then, yeah, we're using 30 steel beams per minute. So yeah, we can only do one machine anyway. Okay. So since we're using 30 there and 24, 30 plus 24, we aren't making enough. We're 4 steel too short. We could probably eke that out, though. Oops. Hold on. What's that? Yeah, we could eke that out. It's going to be tough, though. This will be 28 then instead of 25. Oh, it hates it. It does. It does hate it. All right, 28. So that's 112. We're still making slightly more steel with that. So yeah, we just kind of have to. But at least we'll be producing the right amount. We'll actually be producing more. Not much more, but more in general. Okay. Awesome. Alrighty then. So since we've got that set, I do think that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory on the Boosteroid Cloud Gaming Service. Just as a quick little reminder before you go, there is a link down in the description below that should you wish to get a subscription to Boosteroid, if you use that link down in the description below, I do thank you because you do help out the channel. Next time, we'll actually build the encased industrial beam factory this time because we have everything set up and ready to go, and since we're out of time today, we'll focus on that next time. But anyway, like I said, that is going to be it, so I do hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.